Okay, we just continue on this as we have discussed it. Looking on the board, we have differentiated of that x plus dx is equal to x squared plus 2dx plus dx squared. Now we have again on the value of different degrees of smallness that we have here. Let's take for example, it says x squared is when halved under the second order. This is the first term that we have here. 2dx is the first order quantity. It is not negligible because it is the result of this one when we are having a comprehension, we are subjecting this particular expression. So it's not negligible, and this is what we are certain to. So dx squared is second order smallness. This is a little bit of x squared, this one here. So as we have here, this is the x quantity. We are expecting that it can grow more farther, and dx is a little bit of portion of that one, that a small increment added by growth to this x. So that would be here, this here, x plus dx on this particular expressions. Now, if we would put something, this one in numerically, would be say min to dx. So we say dx. So we say this one here, d or x, or we say dy like that, or dy like this for something. Just kind of expression that. Now, if we will make this one to dx, we'll subject this one to, say, for example, 1 over 60. 1 over 60 of x. This would be a 260 of x. So let's say this would be an x squared. For example, this one is the first order and this is the second order. No? Then say, for example, this is one would be, if we will go this one subject to this one on the third level, this one 60 by 60, that would be 3,600 on the third degree. So 1 of x. So that would be on the third term. Okay? So it's another sample of this one here also on the degrees of smallness. Say furthermore, we had something in relationship that dx to mean of only of 1 over 1000 of x. Then we have on the second term it would be, will be 2 of 1000 of x. So while the third term will be 1 over 1 million. So 1000 and 1000 would be 1 million samples. So of x squared. So this would be on the second term, this would be on the third term, and this would be in the first term considerations, this one here. Looking up the value of this one, we could analyze how we could differentiate, how we could interfere the difference if we could differentiate how the value of dx, if there are some growth, there's an increment value of that one, then we could differentiate that one here. Now, let's say this one here. Can we get it to one in illustrations? Let's see what I mean. Shall we say here, this is the square. Perfect square. Now we will get to the particular portions that we will add it under consideration to figure 2. If we will be subjecting it, this one, to differentiations, we will take a portion of this one on this square, particularly. So for example, this is the portion of this one here, x, example here, and we have also x here also, and this one here are the portions, small portion that would be dx, and this would be dx also. So this is in figure 1 and this is in figure 2. So taking into consideration this one, if we will be having this one in the first degree analogy, this is the illustrations of this. First order. On figure 2, we could analyze this one is something has to do in the second order. Now, the result of that would be having in figure 3. So, let me say this one, x dx, having x dx also. I have a small portion just like the thickness of an ink, as they say on the this would be an x squared of this. So that thing brings us to the equation of 2x dx plus x squared here. So this is a small portion of this one here. Then this one is, as we differentiate, this is the small portion of dx squared. These portions. So you know what I mean? This is the figure 3 as illustrated here. So we have here the derivative of this one with respect. This is the first portion, the first order. And this is the 2x dx, adding it up this side and this side also, that could be have to do x dx. Then we have to get the dx squared, dx squared. Okay? So this is the dx squared on the third order portion. So that would bring it up here in an analogy of this. I've repeated it again that when a millionaire would say something to his secretary that next week I'm going to receive a 1 million. So when I receive that something, that 1 million next week, I'm going to pay what I have received next week to you. So that's what he asked for the that story by a businessman, a millionaire businessman, to his secretary. Likewise, the secretary also told to his boy or helper that he's going also to give also a little portion of what he will be going to receive on the next week. So come at that day, there is a small fraction of that portion, as on the analogy, and that is if it is 1% of that 1 million, we could analyze that a millionaire will get 1 million, and this is a millionaire. The millionaire will get shall we say 100,000, from 100 to 100,000, or 100 pesos. Oh, 100 pesos or 100,000. It will not say something. 100 pesos for the secretary. Then the secretary is promising also to give also maybe 50 pesos or 5 pesos or 10 pesos. 10 pesos to, or 20 pesos. I don't know if it is still significant as of this time. Would it give to your 20 pesos or 30 pesos to your helper? That just brings a good relationship with that. If you will just compare the degrees of relationship with this, if you will just get analogy of that, second, only 100 pesos of the secretary. Third, of how it is evaluate the same also value of that 1 million up to the one. Are there any significant at all? The millionaire would not mind it at all if the secretary has just given a 20 or 30 pesos out from that one that he has given from the secretary, if he knows that the secretary has just given also a portion of that, a fraction of that one. Did you see that analysis? Okay, so the same likewise also as a parting word of this chapter, the author would like to point out on the poetry concerning a wild fox. Concerning a wild fox. You see a wild fox, a wild dog. And a flea. Okay? A fox would mind if it has a portion of that one, if it's only a regular flea that would try to bite the fox, the wild dog. You see, regarding a flea, it's just like an insect that would try to get one on that, and it will fit. It's just like an insect. No? A flea is just a parasite. A parasite insect that would try to inflict on the fox. This is a particular insect that is present in a dog and in a cat. So the fox wouldn't mind if it has a regular flea or something that could be of mine, but he doesn't care about that. If the fleas could get a particular huge, an alarming strength, or alarming strength or quantity, that would try to bite the body of this fox, he would mind on that one. But significantly also, the flea also, these insects wouldn't mind if there is a particular insect that would bite also, the same also would do that. The fox wouldn't mind because it is insignificant, it is negligible. This is only a small portion of that one. on this relationship alone, we could see that the fox don't mind the flea's concern about another insecticide, another insect that would try also to bite him or to make devour or this, try to inflict also the same quantity, or the more quantity that would inflict. But if it would afflict inside on the fox body, you wouldn't mind at all, because it is not so many. But when it's a subject to many portion of that one on this particular subject, it would be significant at all. It would be not become negligible. So that is a part of that for this chapter 2, different degrees of smallness. Thank you very much. Let's go on the chapter 3 as we go on this one. Please stay tuned and subscribe for more.